Welcome to the City League Sports Show. And simply put, this is the show where we talk about all things City League athletics. I got a special bunch in here in the studio today. Joining us are the Whetstone Baseball Team, members of the baseball team, the legendary head coach. I say legendary, this guy's a legend in my book and in many other books. So we're going to start to my right. We have Coach Tim Broskie here in the house, Whetstone Baseball. Don't say anything yet. We're going all the way around the room. We got Mr. Daylan Barnes in the house, who Daylan gives a simple little peace sign, what's up, for all the radio listeners out there. And then we got Justin Liesinger over here to my left. We're going to let everybody get a chance to say hello. So Justin, it's on you first, man. Say hello to everybody.
What's going on, everybody? My name's Justin Liesinger. I'll be a senior next year, and let's have a great show.
I love it. I'll be a senior next year.
Yeah.
Let's have a great show. Yeah. Daylan, it's on you. Say hello, man.
Hello, everybody. I'm Daylan Barnes. I just graduated from Whetstone. Planning on going to Capital. I hope this show's great.
There you go, Coach. Say hello to everybody. Say
hello, everybody.
Ohio, man.
I'm Tim Broskie, head baseball coach, Whetstone High School. Glad to be here.
Hey, look, that was the most like locked in, like direct response. I'm Coach Tim Broskie. Coach had, you see the laugh everybody gave because Coach has so much energy. And I'm just going to dive right in, man. Whetstone Baseball. Coach, I don't know how long you've been at Whetstone, but share everyone just a little bit of history because as long as I've known Whetstone, I kind of think of you when I think of Whetstone Baseball. How long have you been there, been the head coach? And then we'll get into the accolades. Don't share the fun stuff yet. Just share a little bit of your history.
Well, I've been at Whetstone for 30 years. This past year was my 30th year.
Of working at the school, or 30th year as the head coach?
30th year as the head coach.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 30 years as the head coach there. And I've got 34 years teaching in the district and 35 years coaching baseball.
35 years of total coaching baseball. 30th year you just finished at Whetstone. So you were coaching, 93 or something to that nature?
I started coaching in 88.
88.
I was.
You became the head coach in 88.
I became the head coach in 94.
94. Yeah. Okay. You dudes weren't even born yet.
No.
Nope.
Y'all are 2000 babies?
06.
Yeah.
Okay, because sometimes I get it confused sometimes when we got these young folks in the house. So 30 years at the helm, man, and 30. So we're going to get in. We can't even begin to capture obviously all of your history into one show. But we will capture a lot of it. Before I get, completely focused on you, I want to turn to Justin and Daylan here, and I want to hear a little bit about your own journeys in the sport of baseball. So we'll start with the graduate here. Daylan, when did you start playing? Tell us about who put the bat in your hand? How do you get to this space here?
My aunt actually put the bat in my hand. When I was 3 years old, she bought me my first plastic bat.
Okay.
And took me straight out to the backyard and started hitting the ball,
Yeah. What's your aunt's name? We give shout-outs on this show.
Her name's Aunt Kim. That's what I'll call her.
No, what's her real name? Kim who? Put her on the spot.
I never knew. Just Aunt Kim.
There you go.
She's always been Aunt Kim to me.
Okay, so Aunt Kim puts the plastic ball in the plastic bat and ball into your hands at 3, and you've been running with baseball ever since.
Yep, ever since.
Okay, so I take it you played then rec league and then travel ball.
Oh yeah, I started off in rec
things.
league and then just kind of drifted off into the travel ball, and ever since I got into travel ball.
Well, you don't drift off into travel ball. You got to be pretty good to play a little bit of travel ball, right?
Yeah.
Like I think a lot of rec kids out there whose families know, who have tried out for teams, they would love to drift into that type of opportunity, right?
Right.
You said it very humbly, which probably means to me that you're probably pretty good.
Oh yeah,
because you said I just drifted off into travel ball. Like I've seen kids whose parents have not made travel teams, and they've tried out for 3 or 4 of them in a summer.
Yeah, I'm grateful for it too.
Yeah, nice. Okay, you're grateful for the talent, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, Justin, let's talk about you, man. Tell our listeners, share with everyone. Let me slow it down some. What's your start into the sport, man, and how do you get to where you're at? And you dudes got good hair. You guys got nice looks. You guys got good looking. You guys are good looking young men, man. That's the baseball hair right there. Yeah. You guys are good looking young men. Okay, so Justin, what you got, man?
So I started, you asked me before the show started when I started playing, and honestly, if you ask me that question again, I probably don't know because it was a long time ago, but ever since I could remember, I probably started playing.
Okay.
Probably anywhere 3, 4, 5 around there.
T-ball type stuff, right? Hitting it off the tee, knocking it, and then before you know it, you're still playing?
And then I started at the local rec league around my neighborhood.
Okay.
NCIL.
Are you a Columbus guy?
I'm from Columbus.
Both of you Columbus kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then eventually it started to get to be where like I need a little more competition. So then I started travel ball, I think around 10.
You drifted into it also. We got a whole bunch of drifters in travel ball, right? Just wake up one day and just go drifting.
Just fell right into it.
Nice, okay.
Ever since then, it's just been, that time of year. You start playing travel ball.
Certainly.
But ever since I could remember, well, before I was in high school, we would travel ball would start a lot earlier and end a lot earlier.
Yeah.
School ball goes a little longer, and then you jump right and you fall right into travel.
You like once school ball ends, you go right from that spring session
the week after.
The next weekend, right? You're like out there playing a game or something like that, right? I mean, hey, like that's the beauty of it, right? And baseball is one of those sports that you can pick up early. You guys have these 3-4-year-old type stories when you start, and so you got 12, 13, 14 years at it. Haven't even been playing as long as he's been coaching, right?
Nope.
When you start to hear that out loud, and so Coach, now kind of circle back to you because I want to dive into some of this Whetstone baseball stuff. You guys have been like on a tear the last, 10, 12, 15 years or something crazy like that, where you just continue to win year after year and produce. And so, like, I'm going to ask you, what's the special sauce? What's going on up at Whetstone on the riverbanks there, right, man? Or you know what I mean? What's going on that's making and producing this?
We are really, really lucky with the talent and the parents. Parents are. I don't have parents sending bad emails, calling and complaining.
Yeah.
They're the opposite. They're like, what do you need, Coach?
Nice.
What do we need to do to make this successful? What do when's the field day? When's the fundraisers? And that helps. And then having talent too. We have some talent. We have talent. And like Daylan and Justin, there's another 10 to 12 guys playing high level, and these guys are playing high level travel.
Okay. They were as the pre-show, and I don't want to stop you, but as a pre-show with Justin, he was talking about traveling, and he's playing at y'all stadium and doing a lot of this stuff where baseball is taking him around and seeing it. And you all had a brief moment here, and we'll get back to it. But just talking about some of the speed of the pitching that both of you have seen this summer. But I want to stay here. So Whetstone, you got the special sauce. You got great families. You got some talented kids. You got people willing to contribute and work. But then, like, I don't want to take away from you. You're a part of the special sauce, man.
Well,
so where does your love come from?
I've devoted pretty much my whole life to Whetstone. 3 boys of my own. And I coached football for 25 years. And
was doing baseball at the same time?
Yes.
Okay,
and,
wow.
For about 10 years, I did wrestling too.
Okay.
As an assistant, always an assistant football wrestler.
We got to get like a plaque or something in the building.
I
There needs to be a statue or something outside the place, man.
I coached at South. I got to coach, and Tony Carter, Preston Harrison, D-Train, Dwayne Harris.
Yeah, you've seen some.
Those are my guys. Then I went over to Independence and coached Eric Hall, Torrey Cornett, D'Angelo Smith, who was a DB coach at OU.
Certainly.
Then I got to coach at Whetstone, and there was a stretch at Whetstone. We had 3 straight years where we had a Division I football player.
Oh, wow, okay.
At Whetstone. So 7-3, 8-2.
You know what talent looks like.
But then once I quit, we started doing fall workouts.
Okay.
If you're not doing a fall sport, come. So it's kind of like a gray area. And we would just come out and maybe pick an area of the field. Let's go out and let's edge the visiting bullpen. Or let's edge, and then we would have inter squads. Just inter squads, no nothing crazy. And then we would do that all the way up. I think we even went to November one year. Then we went all the way to November because of the weather.
When the weather's nice enough, you got to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And you can be out there practicing, and then as soon as it gets cold, we'll be inside working out.
Yeah, baseball in Ohio, right?
Yeah. Year round.
Yeah, love it.
So we do all the fall stuff. Then we do the winter weightlifting right when we come back from Christmas break, and we go 3 days a week with that.
Wow.
So it is a full-time job.
Let me share this, Coach, right? Kudos to your family. For what you just shared, right? Because, your family has allowed Columbus City Schools and, more importantly, Whetstone to borrow you for really your entire life.
Right.
Because when you're a coach, you have to give and share so much of yourself and your time. And everything you just shared in what was like a 2-minute little blurb speaks to decades of time that you've given, which is phenomenal, right? To hear that rundown and then all the things that you continue to do to try to produce. So the special sauce I'm hearing from the coach's standpoint is you're just out working everybody.
Try to.
You can say
we say that.
We don't got to shy away from it. You can say you're just out working everybody.
We're constantly out working, trying to outwork everybody in our league, and especially our rival.
Right.
And then we're trying to even it up with the suburbs and the mid-state league and those guys. And
is it still a rival if they don't beat you? That's a joke. We talked about Ohio State and Michigan, and then Michigan came and knocked us on the head 2 years in a row, right? It woke Columbus people up in football. I mean, this ain't a football show, but us Columbus kids got woke up a little bit.
They have talent. They have good young talent too.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, my son, he was like, he was kind of shocked when because he's younger than you all. He's going into the 9th grade. He doesn't really remember us losing to Michigan, right? Like in his time as a kid. And then when he wakes up and sees us lose, like, how did we lose to Michigan? We don't lose to them. So I love the respect of the rival, but you guys have been rolling. So let me shift to the young fellas because I want to talk to them about the legacy and what it means. So. Are you 4-year Whetstone?
Yeah, 4 years.
And then you're in your.
I'll be a 4th year.
4th year, all right.
Yeah.
So Daylan, you come in. Did you play baseball as a freshman?
Yeah, I did.
Played as a freshman.
But our season got canceled due to COVID.
Oh, yes, indeed. So season got cut short.
Yep.
Let's stay there for a second.
Okay.
Leading into that, because this is March, so this is early.
Yeah.
Season gets lost. Could you feel the pressure as a freshman, 14-year-old kid of what Whetstone baseball was all about? Because at that point, you guys had maybe won 7 or 8 in a row or city championships.
That COVID year, we had a team.
Yeah.
We had D1 pitcher.
We had a D1 pitcher and 2 D3 pitchers who were still playing.
Oh, wow.
And then we had all the other. We had a catcher. We were tough right up the middle.
Yeah, a lot of pieces.
And all 3 of those pitchers went on to play college ball.
Wow.
They were seniors, but then everyone else came back the next year. So we had the catcher, the shortstop, the center fielder, the left fielder.
Okay. So your freshman year is COVID.
Yep.
But I want to focus more on the legacy and the pressure. Did you hear those things? Was that a part of it, like as a 14-year-old?
I was always so nervous to like go onto the field because I felt like I was never going to get looked at because of how good we were.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And like the people in front of me were just so good, so I didn't have no confidence.
Right. Well, so who helps you with that then? Who gives you the confidence to say I belong and I can play?
Personal trainers.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you have some people in your life. You're doing some things, hitting. You're doing the work, right? Mm-hmm. And then that's helping you feel like I belong out here in this space and can play. Mm-hmm. And so you see it. You hear all these things. What did you hear about Whetstone baseball before you started playing?
We don't like Centennial.
Oh, you don't like Centennial. I got it. So you have a down the road rivalry.
Yep.
But I'm talking about from a competition standpoint, success standpoint. What'd you hear?
We were always the underdogs. Even, like obviously not in the city, but like we're
just
outside the city.
Outside the city, okay.
We're always the underdogs, and I think that's what fuels us to go out there and want to win.
Yeah. Okay, so you come in high level program, and you have a COVID year, so then you come back sophomore year. At that point, now you're a freshman over at Whetstone.
Yes.
Justin?
So I was actually the year before. So I got.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I got lucky enough.
Yeah, but your freshman year though, I'm saying you come in and Daylan's a sophomore.
Yeah. So yep. And then there's a lot of guys at third base ahead of me. I don't know if you know Longar. Call him Johnny Longar.
Yeah.
He taught me a lot. He showed me the ropes of Whetstone baseball.
Certainly.
And that
so somebody took you under their wing and said, "Hey man, here, let me help you out a little bit."
Not just him. All the seniors that left.
Certainly.
My freshman year.
Do you feel that responsibility now?
Yeah,
do you feel that with the younger guys that say I have to do X to help out this next wave?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you got to show them like the right way, or else.
Okay.
Because then if you don't show them the right way, they're not going to show the next people the right way.
Does coach instill that, or is that just part of the culture of the program now?
I'm sure he likes to see it, but it's a personal thing.
Okay.
It's for you to.
It's huge too. It's like they just do it.
Yeah, so part of the culture.
I think it is a culture.
Hey, let me share this. When things that are at a high level of success are natural, that speaks to a lot of work, man. Like don't discredit yourself. They speak. He's speaking about that so natural.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, of course this is what you're supposed to do. There's a lot of places where that does not occur. The majority of places that doesn't occur.
And that's why I think we're better than most people. Most teams, because we.
Yeah, it's just built into how you all live and breathe every day.
Yeah, and it definitely helps. It puts you ahead of your competition. Certainly. So, Coach, how many league championships have you won in a row now? I don't know how many you've won in total in your 30 years, but what are you at, 12, 13, something like that?
12, and then maybe... Yeah, I don't know. 17.
Where do you keep the edge? Where Daylan, you're a senior. You just finished.
Yeah.
Where does the edge stay? But what does that mean? Is to stay at because it's hard to get to the top. I think it's harder to stay at the top, right? So you're a part of that. So every year you've been in high school, you guys have won it.
Right.
Tell me where the edge is at.
Being Centennial. That's where the edge is at. If we beat Centennial, we know we're going to win it.
Okay. So
yeah, he's right. You got to win those 2 games.
Certainly.
The first one's probably most important, and then once you play that first one, you see what they got, and then you plan and build.
Got it.
Attack them the second time.
Yeah. So you guys are playing, and we didn't get into this. So Daylan, we'll stick with you for a moment. What position did you play? Let's stay in that space for a moment.
I played shortstop.
Played
middle
shortstop.
infield. I could play both.
Okay, middle infield.
Yeah.
What do you bat? Right, left?
Oh, I bat right.
Bat right.
Lead off hitter.
Got to lead off hitter. So you're a guy shortstop. If what I hear, got to have somebody who's athletic and run around, diving in the dirt, making stops, all those types of things, right? Is that a position? Yep. Is that
and he's a table setter too when he bats.
Yeah.
When he gets on, good things happen.
Good. Yeah. So the beauty of it is, and when I watch, and Coach, you know, me and you have had a lot of baseball discussions the last couple of years because my son played. When I see guys who are playing short, no matter what level, if I go out to a middle school game, travel ball, college, and I don't see a shortstop diving in the dirt and doing those things, I'm going, they got the wrong person at short, right? Because if the ball gets past you, there's absolutely, it's automatically a hit every time, and you got to be in that space. So Justin, what positions do you play?
I played third base this year.
Third base.
Yep.
On the corner, hot corner. Yes, indeed. Because balls come at you fast.
They do
when you're over on third, man.
Especially when you're playing in, they just think that you think they're going to bunt, they pull back.
That's right. And before you know it, they whack one, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Feels good to stop it though.
Oh yeah.
Well, and you know what? I don't know. So, Coach, tell me the strategy for listeners who are kind of tuning in and we're going to get a little bit of baseball 101 IQ type stuff. Okay. Third baseman has to have a strong arm, right? He does. That's that throw that he has to be able to make from that corner all the way to first base. And so tell me about that.
A lot of times we like to have Justin play on the grass to take the bunt away.
Okay.
So if it's a bunting team, it kind of throws them a curveball because why is this guy playing on the grass? And then if they do bunt, then he can get it. If they hit away, he's a big, strong kid. He can field it. If he can't field it cleanly, he can knock it down, throw him out.
Certainly. Yeah. You got to have a strong arm. Is that something that do you work on that? Are you working on your body to be strong to be able to make that throw?
Day.
Oh, he's a workout. He's a workout machine. Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So now, you guys come into it. You got this legacy of travel ball. You got this legacy at Whetstone. You're 30 years in the. You know more about the building than probably anybody who's
I've
walking
seen a lot of athletic directors and principals.
Yeah, you've seen more than most. I want to share one of the things that I know has been sort of a cornerstone for your program is that each year you try to take a special trip. You try to get the kids out of town.
We got a good one planned.
Well, this season that just passed. Let's not talk about the one that's upcoming, but let's talk about the one that just passed. Where'd you guys go this past summer?
Go ahead.
We went to Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach down in South Carolina.
Yep.
Yeah, nice.
Played at the Ripken.
Oh, wow.
Cal Ripken, the famous Baltimore.
Coach, I know who Cal is, man. Hey, man, I know a little bit about baseball, Coach. So you played at the Ripken Stadium there down there. Okay.
It was really fun. a lot of us have never been down there.
Certainly.
There was great competition.
Nice.
We played really well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good, and then there's a lot of fun things to do there down in Myrtle.
Yeah, I bet. Well, going to the beach anytime you can find a lot of fun, but getting a chance to mix in some baseball.
We took them bowling.
Like that. Oh,
bowling,
wow!
Yeah.
Never knew they would like. We got rain, and I'm thinking, what are you going to do?
Just get them out the homes, get them out the rooms for.
And I couldn't believe how much they enjoy bowling.
Yeah, so nice. So Daylan, how was that for you as a senior, where you got your freshman year taken away from you, and you get to end on that as a high note?
It's just like another moment I get to live with my teammates.
Nice.
Like chemistry-wise, I think we played so good because chemistry takes a team a long way. If you don't have chemistry, you're not going to win.
Yeah.
And us team bonding is a good method for us to win.
Okay.
The two teams that we beat down there, we went 2-2.
Okay.
Almost 3-1.
Right.
Lost in the last inning.
Okay.
It would be like beating what would you guys say, like a Pickerington, a Gahanna.
Yeah. Okay.
Good team.
Yeah.
My gosh, the team from Virginia was ranked in the state.
Okay.
And we just got two phenomenal pitching performances, and the defense was good, timely hits.
Yeah.
And we didn't get a lot of hits against those teams.
Yeah.
But we got the right hits at the right time,
Certainly.
and it was like, that huge wins. But on that trip, I'll go back to the trips a little bit.
Yeah, 100%.
When I first got to Whetstone, I didn't take a trip in '94. But in 95, I went down to Cincinnati. And that was back when we had the school vans. I would drive a van, my assistant.
Yeah.
We would borrow Centennials or Causes.
Yeah.
We would take 3 vans and we'd go to Cincinnati. Then in 96, we went over to Dayton. And when we go down there, we would play a city school, a Catholic school, and a suburban school.
Yeah.
We'd play all 3.
Certainly.
Went down and played Cincinnati Withrow, Cincinnati Woodward.
Yeah.
Then we played some other ones.
Yeah.
Next year, we went to Dayton and played, which is closed now, Dayton Colonel White.
Okay.
And we played Dayton Belmont, Dayton Meadowdale.
Right.
And then we played some other schools. And
we slowly drifted a little bit further south to some nicer weather, right?
In 98, we flew, believe it or not.
Oh, wow, okay.
Which my principal at the time told me I'm an absolute fool.
Yeah.
And I hope you keep your teaching job. And I'm like, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
We flew. We flew to Orlando and then had vans and drove to Cocoa Beach.
Yeah.
So we actually made that trip to Orlando 4 times.
Nice. And we've had some teams, whether it's been the footballs, the basketballs, the baseballs, take advantage of some of these types of opportunities.
Sullinger was doing that.
Yeah. And even as of recently, Columbus South boys basketball has went to Florida a few times. We like for young people, obviously, to have those experiences and get that chemistry, right? So I want to dig in and talk about like the game. Let's talk about some baseball. Let's have some fun here, right? So Daylan, you lose a year, sophomore, junior, senior. What year do you break into the lineup as a starter? When does that happen for you?
Because that happened my junior year.
Your junior year. Okay, so junior year. What's the process at Whetstone? How do you find out that you're a starter, or did you just kind of know?
He lettered as a sophomore too.
Yeah.
He got his feet wet.
Yeah.
Okay.
He did.
Lettered as a sophomore.
I think the biggest thing about my junior year when I first started was it happened so quick because of the injury.
Okay.
Somebody got hurt in front of me, and I had to
just boom, you're in.
Yeah.
Okay. And so at that point, once you're out there, did you go into short? Is that where you went in?
Straight
Okay.
to short.
So you come in as short. Injury happens. And then as he the starter ever since?
Yeah, the rest
of it is after that? Okay. So in sometimes in sports, we all know a moment like that, why it changes for you, but it also changes for a teammate also. Yep. You know what I mean? And that's the nature of it. But you were prepared and ready to go, right?
Ready.
And so you play. So share with me then, share with all the listeners. Share with the viewers, everybody that's watching. Just give me one of your most memorable moments the last 2 years of Whetstone baseball.
I got to go back to Centennial last year in our first game. Our senior year.
Oh, senior year. Okay, yep. I'm sorry. Your senior year.
When he hit a home run.
No, I want your moment. I don't want Justin's moment.
That's my moment too.
That's your moment. Justin's moment. Yes, indeed. Wow. Okay. Yeah. What makes that home run so significant?
It was so electrifying.
Okay.
My emotion just went from here to here.
Okay, like I need the inning. Like when is this happening? Is this an early inning home run?
Where we were, it was a close game, all game.
Okay.
Early inning, I think he had me 0-2, but I had already figured him out by then.
Okay.
I knew what he was throwing.
0-2 in the count.
Yep, knew what he was throwing me, and then he left it there, fastball up, and then it just kept going.
Yeah.
It did not stop.
Yeah.
It flew.
Is this a solo home run? Is somebody on base?
He's on base.
You're on base. No wonder you remember it so well, right? So where are you at? Are you on first?
I'm on second.
You're in scoring position.
Yep.
You see, you're taking off. I mean, how many outs is it? Does anybody remember?
2 outs. One.
Well, there was one.
Okay.
There were 2 outs.
I think
2 outs.
Because remember, if I pulled off my helmet, because I pulled off my helmet,
2 outs,
and it would have been the third
was
out.
very, very, very emotional. We had to.
So 2 outs, and you had. But I mean, so you're having to watch the hit then, right? Because you just can't take off, right? Because you don't. I mean, you're watching the hit. Or no, you are just taking off, right?
Oh, that ball! It was way over.
I didn't take off as soon as you hit it because I knew it was out.
Oh, okay. You knew it was gonna come.
I knew it was going.
Yeah,
high up
as soon as he hit
it.
And this is at home or at Centennial? At home.
Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful
Big crowd.
field. You all do a great job of taking care of that space also. So you hit it. This is so you'd have been a sophomore?
Junior.
You'd have been a junior. Okay, last season. I keep it. So you're a junior, you hit this, and how many home runs have you hit then?
Well, I only had 2 that season, but that was probably the one that mattered the most.
One that matters the most. Yeah. Where's the other one at? What's the other game?
It was inside the Parker against Beechcroft.
Oh, so you just turned the Jets on it.
Had to, had to. But
no, I'm sorry. Like, I thought you were going to keep talking. My apologies. So you have this moment. Centennial obviously is a point where, and I hear you bring them up time and time again. And you guys are now in this space where, you're being chased. So like somewhere Centennial is sitting around somewhere going, I guess maybe how do we get our edge back? Is that the thought? I mean, they got, some guys over there that obviously as coaches as well, right? So do you feel that hey, look, they're maybe always around the corner?
Oh, they are. They're there. And they've got some talent. And one other thing, the last 3 head coaches over there have either played for me or coached with me, and then they had one, and you go back to so 5 of the last 6 have Whetstone ties.
Yeah.
So they want to beat their old coach.
Certainly, of course they do.
And so that's another that drives me. I'm not going to lose them one of my players.
No doubt. I love that energy right there. You said we ain't doing that.
No. And these guys here, we hear speeches in September.
Wow.
About rival. You got to beat your rival.
I remember one day I was over there, I think for a football game, and I saw you out there in the fall, and I saw some kids walking with their baseball. I said, "What are y'all doing?" They said, "We're just going to get a workout right now." And I've shared that story with other coaches that you guys are just getting it in, at all times. I don't want to lose focus on this piece here. So. You guys both are involved in a high level of travel ball in the summer. We talked about it a little bit. And so before the show, as we were sitting around here talking, you spoke to the caliber of like some of the pitching. So Justin, you were saying you were someplace. Tell me about that story about what you were seeing with some of the guys that you were up against in this early summer session.
Yeah, so we were staying in Cincinnati, and then the game was at Y'all Stadium, just right in Kentucky.
Yeah, right over the river.
And we were playing, I forget the team name, but it was a big kid, big physical body.
Yeah.
And then he was throwing pretty hard in the bullpen, but nothing we haven't seen. And then he stepped on the mound, and there's a radar gun out in left field.
Okay.
He just lobbed the first one in, 80, just like that. And we're like, okay. Second one, 85.
Yeah.
And then he throws one more, it's like pops a 89 or something like that.
Yeah.
First batter steps in, he's got to chuck the first one. He pops a 90 real quick.
Yeah.
But then after that, he was throwing that consistently. And then about an inning or 2 later, huge drop off. 5 to 6 miles an hour.
Okay.
Because there was Thomas Moore was there. There were a couple coaches there coming to watch us play. And then he just...
Who do you play for in travel ball in the summer?
Turn 2 Arrigo.
Turn 2 Arrigo. Okay, so you're seeing this level, which is great because obviously in most school ball you're not going to see too many kids that are throwing in the upper 80s and 90s, right? That doesn't and it just pops different on the glove, doesn't? I mean, the sound just pops different.
But if you train to see it, and there's a difference between a 90-mile-an-hour fastball that's flat and a 90-mile-an-hour fastball that has like tail cut drop.
Yeah,
it's a lot different.
Okay.
Because anybody, if you put them in a cage and you give them 90-mile-an-hour fastball straight,
just coming out the machine,
they'll probably be able to make contact after a while.
Right.
It's like your eye starts to train it.
Yep. You start to read it.
You start to read it better.
Certainly. So then Daylan, so tell me about your summer that's going on right now for you.
Oh, we just got done playing in Toledo like 2 weeks ago, and the first kid, or it was like a small team. Like they all look small. We're like, oh, we're about to win.
Yeah.
Their pitcher is just like in the bullpen, like goofing off, and he's just throwing slow. He gets on the mound, starts throwing 92.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's a small dude. Like his all his
doesn't
speed comes
look like
with his
he
arm.
has a rocket sitting on his shoulder, but before you know it, he's just whipping them out there.
And he almost like no hit us throughout like the first 2 or something like that. And we're just like, wow, we really need to try harder.
Yeah.
I mean, we ended up beating them, but
certainly. I mean, I think the beauty of it is for everyone that's at home that's listening. You have to have these types of experiences that helps you grow. And then when you put the whole package of experiences together for kids that are doing travel ball or playing summer AAU and doing the work where you said you're hitting it every day and staying focused, you have to do those things. And then when you get into the season just becomes a little bit easier, to be honest with you. There's no magic dust, right? You can't sprinkle magic dust on any season. You got to do the work.
And I think one last thing.
No, please. We're going to keep on rolling here.
So I think what sets us apart from these other schools.
Okay.
And I hate to say it, but.
No, say it.
No, it just, when you compare us to Centennial, we just simply work harder. We have more practices. We're stronger. Yeah. We're in the weight room more.
Yeah.
I think we're more passionate about it. And that is their championship, I think, is to beat us.
Yeah.
because they have not been close to a city championship
I get it.
in a really long time. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that we're training to win, to beat OCC teams.
Yeah.
And we're
Just in a different place.
We
Yeah, you're in a different
kind of
place.
figure we're going to win the city championship,
Yeah.
but we still have to work
You have to do
hard.
the work. I'll share this, and I think one of the big differences for a lot of inner cities across America, and Columbus is no different. I think a lot of kids don't really embrace the sport until they get a little bit older.
Yeah.
And I would say that, throughout America, our suburban counterparts, they're playing young. They're playing when they're, they got an Aunt Kim, right? That's putting a plastic ball in their hand a little bit earlier, right? And so in turn, they're playing the game a little. Like when I look at my own son, he was a T-ball kid. Coach, we've talked about this. I mean, I think we had him playing at 4 years old. He was doing T-ball. I mean, so by the time he gets to 14 years old, he's got 10 years of baseball, which is a big difference than a kid who maybe picks it up in the 7th or 8th grade who's got 1 or 2 years, right? It's just a huge difference. And I think that's what you see competition-wise. And you guys have had a phenomenal run out. Now, let me take it back, and I want to say thank you, right, publicly. You guys just hosted our City League Championship there at your school this past season. And what a phenomenal atmosphere. You guys put on a heck of a show, but you gave me the honors of being able to throw out the first pitch of that game that evening. And so I don't know, were you all watching?
Yeah, we were watching.
Yeah, we were watching.
We were on
Yeah, everybody was watching.
Everybody was watching. Okay, so we just want to make sure for the record that we say it was a strike.
It was a strike.
That we love it. Come on. Like it was they're hesitant, and even and I get it. We just got to get that for the public
Right.
record out there. It had a little curve on it. So if you see a video out there that looks like it didn't go over the plate, it went over the plate. Everybody out there, it's like hey, we're memorializing. I'm
right.
talking it into existence. They're laughing. They maybe know a little bit different listeners and viewers out there, but no, a phenomenal time. You guys put on a heck of a show. The atmosphere at Whetstone Baseball. Before you say something, Coach, I want to share this. For everyone out there that's listening, if you just want a good afternoon of baseball and you're looking for a day where you can just bring your lawn chair, you don't need to have any connection to Whetstone Baseball. But if you just want to go watch a fun evening of baseball, bring your lawn chair out to Whetstone High School next spring. You're going to see a group of dedicated kids. You're going to see a coach who's out here giving his blood, sweat, and tears to these young people and to the program, and you're going to have a phenomenal evening of baseball. They do a great job at what they produce over there, and it's fun to be a part of it. So, Coach, I'm going to go ahead because they're giving us the cue that we got to start to wrap up.
Okay.
And I share with you, it goes by quick. You all have such an enormous body of work. I knew we wouldn't be able to get to everything, right? Yeah. Because there's so many amazing things that you guys are doing. But I want to give each of you an opportunity to share whatever it is you would like to share that maybe I haven't brought up or that wasn't a part of our discussion. Baseball related, Whetstone time period, summer ball, spring ball, travel ball, when you were a kid, 11 years old, whatever it may be, right? Share that. Coach will go with you first, then we'll go to the graduate, and we're going to save the up-and-comer for last here. So you get a little bit of time to think, Justin.
We have some other players. Our number one pitcher, who's really good.
Yeah, give it to us. We give shout outs. Let
Christian
me know.
Douglas. He is also one of the top pitchers on Justin's team.
Summer team.
And
Okay,
on
so
his
you guys
summer
play
team.
together in
So
the
he's
summer.
playing
Okay.
high level and doing wonderful.
Nice.
And then our number 2 pitchers pitching on a team, Casey Edwards.
Yeah.
And our catcher, Marshall Cotter's on another. So they're placed.
Nice.
So that's
Yeah.
good. Real quick though, for next year, we are planning a trip to Tennessee to go down to a tournament, but it's not a tournament where you play a game, and if you win, you advance. You just go down and you play 3 or 4 games. It's a memorial tournament for a young man that was from this town in Tennessee. It's right by Austin Peay University.
What
Austin
city
Peay,
is that? Yeah.
Clarksville.
Clarksville, okay.
And he was the
I just
Tennessee.
came from Nashville recently here, so Tennessee is beautiful country. I'm sorry, I didn't
It's
mean
good.
to
No,
yeah,
it's
beautiful
fine.
country down in Tennessee.
He was a Tennessee Gatorade Player of the Year, got drafted out of high school, turned it down, went to Vanderbilt, played at
Vandy's in
Vanderbilt.
Nashville.
And he was pitching as a true freshman, which is rare, getting innings into the middle relief. And then right before the regional, probably back in 2017, he drowned.
Oh, wow.
He was with a buddy fishing. They had no funny stuff. He just drowned. He tried to swim across the pond, and he didn't make it. So his high school coach has a tournament.
Certainly, in his name, in his honor.
And he brings it down. Two Ohio teams went down last year, and I found it, and I reached out to him. He said he'd love to have us.
Nice.
But that's one. And then our other real big one.
So Justin, Tennessee next year.
That's it. It'll be so much fun. And
Tennessee, okay.
We had a really good year this year, and everybody's talking about all the best city teams. And, I played at Mifflin in the 80s, so I saw Paul O'Neill, and I played against them. And
certainly.
Somebody told me about Cleveland John Rhodes up in Cleveland.
Okay.
So I started looking around, and I found a YouTube video of Cleveland John Rhodes and Cleveland John Marshall in the city championship at Progressive Field. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking, I'm like, these guys look good.
Yeah.
Got on Google, found their coach's emailed him.
Okay.
Said, I'd like for you to come down to Whetstone next year for a try. We're gonna play West, the Mr. 270 Hoops.
Okay, yeah.
And this team, I offered him. He immediately emailed back, said, Coach, thank you. We are there.
Love it.
I will get with. So he said he's from Reynoldsburg, graduated from Reynoldsburg in 87.
Okay.
He says he's giving that up. But so we're going to have the Cleveland City champion versus the Columbus.
I love it.
April 26th on a Saturday. So I think it's the 26th, 27th.
Mark your calendars, everybody.
That'll
for
be
April
fun.
of 24. That sounds like a fun day of baseball. And I love it. You continue to find creative opportunities and really golden experiences for your young people as a part of your program. And I think that's what
makes
sets
it
you
fun.
apart.
And they have memories. I still have people I see from that 98 team that flew.
Yeah.
They go, Coach, we were scared to death. We didn't know what to expect. And we,
certainly.
But
that's the beauty of it,
that's
man.
That's what it's all about. Memories,
you're
good
creating
memories.
these warm memories, and then we get a platform like this to share some of these stories. So, Daylan, it's on you, man. What do you want to share?
I just want to share, for all the other athletes out there, not just baseball, but just any other sport out there, if you feel like you're not good enough, just trust yourself. You gonna grow into your body. As long as you try and practice, you're going to grow into it. Because that's exactly how I was. I didn't think I was going to be good. I didn't think I was going to end up starting.
Right.
I just trusted myself, worked harder, and then I grew into my body. And I am where I am.
Yeah.
I
love it, man.
Yeah. I just keep your head up.
Yeah.
That's all I want to say.
So, Justin, before we get to you, you had made a little mention. And I want to ask this question collectively real quick with the group. One of the things that has been really a passion for mine over the years is to make sure that our schools had a strength and conditioning position in place. Because I understand that, that was one of the biggest hiccups for me, even though I had a dedicated basketball coach, love him to this day. I got to school in college and undergrad, and I was playing basketball, and I remember going into the weight room, and I'm thinking to myself, man, I'm a basketball player. So I'm a hooper, coach. What is it, and slowly but surely, as Daylan just shared about, getting into your body, getting stronger, it allows you to do things that you've never been able to do when you're involved in sports, because your body will respond differently to the game, right? And so, you guys now have a strength and conditioning coach, obviously,
He did a wonderful job.
schools, man. I heard he done a great job in getting people going and under tow. And so now here you are. You'll benefit from that for 2 years, right? You'll have 2 years of that as a program, and you're doing things on your own. So share a memory, and then you kind of just tell me from there, man.
So biggest thing I'd have to say is also for younger athletes, get in the weight room.
Love it.
Get strong. I mean, the stronger you get more confident.
Certainly.
If you're more confident, you're more stronger, you're going to play better.
Yeah.
So don't shy away from their weight room.
Love it.
Stay in there.
Don't say it again. Say it again.
Don't shy away from the weight room.
Don't shy away from the weight room.
Don't be scared of it.
Right.
Everyone else in there is trying to work to better themselves. Nobody's going to make fun of you, regardless of how you look or how strong you are. Doesn't matter.
Here's the beauty of it. Even if they do make fun of you, dedication in the weight room, you're going to catch up, because they can only make fun of you for so long. Because if you continue to work every day in the weight room, at some point the funniness goes away because the results change.
That should be fuel. Yeah. Motivation.
Certainly. So give me a warm memory, man. Something that pops in your head, and you can't go back to, or anything you want to share. Not a warm memory, but just anything you want to share, man. Anything you want to tell us on the way out of here?
When I was a freshman, I was nervous, just like anybody else.
Yeah.
But this is probably my favorite memory, going back to that. Having everybody, being such a young kid and everybody being older.
Yeah.
And you being able to talk with them, relate with them.
Certainly.
Connect with them, be cool with them.
Yeah.
That definitely made it a lot better. And I looked forward to going to baseball to
nice, man.
play every day, talk to them. you know, and then I still talk to some of the people that had graduated 3 years ago.
Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah. You got a great thing going on over there. You guys are phenomenal young guys to be around and talk to, man, about the sport of baseball. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for, obviously, this upcoming 24 season. Sounds like you guys are going to have a lot of fun. Daylan, we're going to keep watching you, man. Yeah. So go out there and do your thing and keep playing. Hey, look, I got to do the outro here. It has been great to have you guys on the show and get a chance to get a little bit of the insides of Whetstone baseball. Coach, like I started off, man, you are a legend. I knew you've been around for a while, man, but I didn't know you had 30 years under your belt. I will say it again, man. Columbus City Schools, Whetstone High School, we're fortunate to have you share your life with us. To be very honest with you, man, you know, guys and people give a lot of themselves to make this thing work, man. So we are fortunate. They're fortunate. You guys are a part of you know what I mean?
Great program.
A great program with someone who cares a lot. I'm gonna share this with you. Some advice I got from my father one time. He said to me, you never miss an opportunity that only happens one time. And so what does that mean, right? When you got a buddy or a family or a loved one who's maybe getting married, if you can make it, you make it there. If somebody's having a child, if you can make it, you can make it there. When this guy right here says he's hanging it up, if you wherever you're at in the world, right, you come back for you know what I mean, you come back for his moment when he says I've had enough and he's turning it in and they say, hey, look, man, this is Coach's retirement party. Wherever you're at in the world, if you can make it, you come back and you celebrate with him. That'll mean the world to him.
I still got some juice left.
No, I'm not saying he's done. I'm not saying he's done. Hey, I get it, and I didn't mean that to say you were close to done. Because I look forward to watching you even more and enjoying what you're doing for these young people. But I wanted them to hear that. I wanted them to hear. And
these guys will come back.
So if it's 5 years from now or 10 years from now, when you hear it out there on the social media world, you look at that date and you mark it on your calendar, that becomes an important opportunity for you. They're telling me now, really, we got to get on out of here. So don't go anywhere, though. Much respect to you all today. I love getting a chance to talk to you. Catch all future episodes on WCBE 90.5 FM on the radio. Also, catch us on Spotify, Apple, wherever it is you listen to your favorite podcast. And additionally, follow us on Instagram. Now, I got to pause here. The cool kids told me I got to start saying IG. Like, I've been saying Instagram, and everybody's like, man, nobody says Instagram anymore. So follow us on IG at City League Sports 614. I'm your host, Dr. Vince Clarino. Whetstone Baseball in the house, man. Fun show. You guys have been phenomenal.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. We're out.